Be free. Hi everybody, welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. My name is Janine and I am here to do a collective reading for the new moon solar eclipse in Gemini. I'm really excited to do this reading and to dive into this energy. I've been getting a lot of like intuitive hits over the past couple of days, and so I'm excited to see what comes out in the cards. But before we get into the cards, there will be an extended to this reading over on Patreon. So please feel free to join us over there. The link for that is in my bio. Personal readings are available this month, but they're for patrons only at any tier. So if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, it will be for patrons only. So please join us over on Patreon, where there's a whole host of other readings and information for you to share in. And then the sun is doing its thing. I usually don't record at this time of the day, but this is when I've been led to do it. It feels really good, but there may be a lot of glare, and so I apologize for that in advance. Also, excuse my nails. It's been quite the week, so I have not had an opportunity to go get them done and have them on point like I like them. But we're going to get through this. We're going to do what we do. So Gemini energy, it is, this is some deep thought energy, so you might be in your head a lot, trying to, go over the details. We're also in a Mercury retrograde in Gemini, so there's a lot of activity in Gemini. So planet of thinking and of communication, and so we're being given an opportunity to go back and review details to see if there's any information that we may have missed, and so that can inform our pathway forward. So if you get any opportunity to review something, to revisit something, take advantage of that, because there may be some really critical and important information there for your journey forward. Also, there are going to be very quick endings and beginnings in this solar eclipse energy. Solar eclipse are poof, pow, surprise. That's like what solar eclipses are all about, right? And so, I would say be ready. I know for myself, I really have a hard time with quick transitions. Like if something happens really quickly, it takes me a minute to get my bearings. And so when I'm asked to pivot on a dime, it's not my most comfortable space. So knowing that, I'm just going to make sure that I am steadying myself, and making sure that I'm in tip-top shape in terms of my mind, body, soul alignment, and so that I can sort of make those changes as necessary. But it is a portal. It's a powerful portal for growth and for expansion. I'm super excited to walk through this door with y'all. I hope you're excited as well. You might be feeling really social and chatty, and I'm always going to say this, but especially now, think before you speak. Make sure you mean what you say and you say what you mean, and also use a lot of discernment in when you're digesting what you hear, right? So what's rumors, what's actual and factual? There may be a lot of news coming at you, be it personal or be it like larger collective type of news. And it's like, make sure that you are thinking for yourself. I want to say thinking for yourself. That's going to be really critical under this solar eclipse energy. But let's hop into the reading. Let's see what wants to come out in the cards. Please, it is Mercury retrograde, so I'm going to try to keep my words together, but you just bear with me. We're going to get through this together, okay? All right, let's do this thing. Messages for the collective for the new moon in Gemini. Solar eclipse. Messages for the collective. The time of the eclipse is June 10th, and I think it's, I want to say it's at like 3:36 in the morning, Pacific time. So adjust for your time zone. There are some places in the U.S., I think probably on the East Coast, you might be able to see the eclipse, see the ring of fire. But I doubt on the West Coast we'll be able to see it. But let's see. Messages for the collective. I'm hearing do something creative, get creative. Even if you're not creating, it's like enjoy something creative. Like, so like, you know, go see some art or listen to some jazz or something like that. Or if you're so inclined, paint, draw, write a poem. All that energy, all those activities and this energy is going to be really helpful in keeping you from going too deep into your mind space and too deep into the ocean of emotions, right? You want to maintain that balance here, and not get sucked too far in any one direction. Whoa. Okay, I guess those are the ones I'm going to take. Circles at the bottom of the deck, it says clarity begins in the eye of the storm. And so like, it's like I said, there may be some sudden changes, some rapid endings to some things that feel a little bit like, whoa, what's going on here? And like you're needing to catch your bearings really quick. But know that things are being removed from your path so that you can get some clarity. It's almost like weights being lifted off your shoulders. It feels like here too. What are these cards? Let's see what we got here. Interesting. Eternal gatekeeper, acknowledge, assert, and protect what is right for you. So yeah, you might be challenged in some area. Like you might be getting some challenging energy from outside entities is what I'll say. Could be people, could just be like societal influences trying to tell you how you should move and how you should be. Again, with that news that comes in, it's like all news. It's like there's like for lack of a better word, I feel like there's going to be a lot of fake news. There's going to be a lot of fake news that's meant to like shake you off your square, to take you off your square, or to make you question the direction that you're heading, to make you question the decisions that you're making. And it's like you need to use your discernment here. We have responding, not reacting. The only control we have is in how we respond to the hand we are dealt, right? And so it almost feels like people are trying to deal you a hand that's not intended for you. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. It's like, but I also feel very much that like, if you can maintain that mind, body, soul balance, that mind, body, soul alliance, if you can keep that together, if you can keep yourself from going too deep into your thought space and too deep into your emotion space, your discernment's going to be on point. So you're going to be able to like, you're going to be able to see who's wearing a mask and who's not wearing a mask, who's coming with facts and who's coming with BS, right? You'll be able to identify that really quickly. And then we have radical self-acceptance. You are perceived the way you perceive yourself, right? And so it's like if you are very confident in what you're doing and where you're going, right? If you are open opening yourself up to these changes, knowing that they are leading you along further along your path, then it's almost like, and you're just accepting that how the changes are coming about in your life. Then it almost feels like you can't be faded. That's what I want to say. It's like you can't be faded. It's like, but the point is that you need to start accepting both the changes within you, and the changes around you. Um, and don't let it shake you up. You just don't let it shake you up. Don't let it get you off your square. And then you have the key to intimacy. These two cards are very interesting. These last two cards, the key to intimacy and women supporting women. Together we can transcend our individual limitations. So there is going to be a particular group of people, potentially women, or just people who are really aligned with their feminine energy, that are going to that are like on a similar path as you, that are going to be able to help support you through this, support you through these transitions. Some of you might be just having like, I mean, on a mundane level, some of you are just having like a girls' night, like, and it's outside. It's like a little garden setting with the twinkle lights or whatever. Some of you are having that. But then we have the key to intimacy. Intimate love is a core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. The journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. And that, I think, is really what is being revealed here. That's the truth that's being revealed. Like it's like where, like it's like fake love, right? It's that masked love, that it's like I love you if type of energy, or you'll be loved if type of energy. And that's sort of where that's sort of where you are recognizing like, oh, that's not genuine. That's not on my path, because it's conditional. And when you are in radical acceptance of yourself and whatever changes are coming for you, it's like that, whatever that conditional acceptance is, that conditional love is, it starts to feel very uncomfortable. It starts to make you feel uncomfortable and unsettled in your energy. And so I think that's the realization that's starting to come through here, is that there's no room for fake love. There's no room for fake love. Also, love, it's also like where you thought you were dealing with like the real, like it's all of a sudden revealing itself as not even what you thought it was going to be, or what you thought it was in the first place. It's like, oh, like it's like people who you really thought were down for you, you're realizing may not have been down for you. And the call here is to not get upset. It's like not let it take you off your square, because it's like they might just be kind of coming to understand these things about themselves. You know what I'm saying? That they have been off path themselves, because that's usually when people are being inauthentic and disingenuine, right? It's because they're not on their right path. And so we need to allow for people to do the work that they need to do in their lives. And you know, with the solar eclipse, it's like it's like shadow energy, right? Because it's like the sun and the moon aligning with each other, in completeness. So the balance of the light and the dark, and so people may just be even seeing themselves for the first time. So, you know, you're being held in grace through these changes. Know that everything is happening for you. Everything is working out for you, even if it feels a little bit like, ooh, in the short term, everything is working out for you. But also you need to have grace for other people as they are sort of coming into understanding about things about themselves. Yeah. Wow. Wow. The Magician, the Three of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. There's separations that are happening here. There are separations from things that have been maybe long-standing, and it's separations from things that you might have actually called into your life, that you might have manifested, that you might have really wanted and desired and like called into you, right? And now you're realizing, oh, this is not actually, there's a misalignment here. This is not aligned with where I'm trying to go, and so the divine is under this solar eclipse energy is bringing about a major change. It's almost like you're realizing that there's no reward. There's no reward here. And whatever you've aligned with, whatever you've manifested and aligned yourself with, it's like there's no reward here. That like your victory is not on that path. It's not a good investment of your time and your energy, and so you're separating from it. Wow, it's like because you're getting some clarity here. You're coming to understand the truth of the matter, the truth of the situation, the truth of whoever it is that you're dealing with. You're seeing it very clearly now with the Ace of Swords, and you're understanding that were you to continue along this path, it would be you would be continuing along in a misalignment. You wouldn't be honoring what's being shown to you. Yeah. And then the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Like it's almost like you're going where the love is. It's like, and it's this, wow. And then the Judgment card, I didn't even see that out here. The Judgment card, the Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. It's like it's almost like the God is not going to allow you to continue to stay in this situation. When I say it's fake love, when I say it's like it's like an inauthenticity or like a misalignment, that doesn't mean that someone's necessarily bad. It just means that it's not for you. It means that it's not what's intended for your particular journey, right? It's like that's not the road that you're supposed to be walking down. That's not on your map, right? And so it's like you're being redirected to go where the love is. You're being redirected to release burdens, right? And move quickly. This is happening very quickly. It almost feels like it feels like a rapid transition. But it's a rapid transition into love. Wow, with the Chariot, go where the love is. You're moving from one space to another space here. You're moving around whatever obstacles have been set in front of you, and the obstacle might be with this Five of Wands here, just conflict, just confusion, competition. It's like the divine is trying to get you out of that energy. The divine is making it so that you can move around. That's what I'm hearing here. Move around. So important that you stay emotionally balanced here. It's so important that you stay emotionally balanced here. If I want to say, like, don't over do it with like celebration, or like partying too much in this energy, because it's like, you want to maintain your clarity. I'll say it like that. You want to maintain your clarity, so that you can be ready at any time for these changes as they come in, and so that you don't find yourself reacting instead of responding, right? You don't want to be reacting to energy instead of responding. You don't want to be giving way to confusion and illusions. You want to be operating from a space of clarity, regardless of what's coming at you, right? You want to be able to see people, see situations, places. You want to see everything for exactly what it is, so that you don't actually get sucked into the confusion. Sucked back into the confusion, they said. Wow, 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 with the eight of swords. You don't want to get sucked back into the confusion. You don't want to be a victim of whatever's happening around you. So clarity is of the utmost importance, so that you can go to where the love is, so that you can get to that genuine harmony, a harmonious space of life. Get out of the struggle. It feels like there's a lot of struggle. There's a lot of lack. There's a lot, like, it's like I don't know who I'm talking to, but whatever you're sitting in is, there's this energy of like, it's almost like it's like a stubbornness. It's like a stubbornness, excuse me. Like wanting something to be one way when it's clearly another way. It's going to become inevitable that like the clarity is going to become too much to ignore. You're going to have to move forward. It's going to happen so fast here too. It's like there's wow, with the star card at the bottom of the deck, there's going to be a sudden epiphany. There's going to be a sudden realization that you need to, that it's time to move forward. That certain commitments that you've made are not aligned with your future progress. And yeah, you're gonna go toward where you feel like you're where you feel more free, right? Where you feel more free, more inspired, again, with that creative energy. There's some sort of element of inspiration here. Also, just like wish fulfillment. Wow, look at this. With the Fool at the bottom of the deck, and then the Nine of Cups, you're taking a leap of faith. This is a leap of faith. This is going on faith. Like, it feels like making this decision might be a little bit difficult, but you're moving toward something that's calmer, that's not going to have you in your head, that's not going to have you reeling about. You're moving towards something that's far calmer. You're moving into a far more balanced and healing energy here, the Temperance card. Balance and healing. That feels very much like what you need as you're embarking on this next phase of your journey. And I don't even think it's like, I just feel like it feels very much like you may have outgrown some things that you manifest. Like, it's like you manifested. Whatever situation that you're in right now, you manifested it. You called it in, but it's almost like you didn't. You may not have been as specific as you needed to be when you asked for what you asked for. Ask for somebody. That's not for everybody, but that's definitely for somebody. All right, I'm going to get one guidance card, and then I'm going to take this on over to Patreon for the extended. Wow, the cards are not even going to come together. Okay. Let's try that again. The sun is really wilding right now. guidance card for the collective, please. Oh. 2 came out, so I'm going to take them both. I'll probably only read one, but I'll take them both. Deep quiet, meditation, and stillness. Yes, you need that here in this energy so that you can get your thoughts together, so that you can collect your thoughts together. And then Will o' the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. This is very much like what you're in, whatever situation that you're in that is about to enter into this transition phase. It's about to change in some way. Whatever you're sitting in, like it's like you can't even see the treasure that's out there for you. Like you don't even, like it's like you don't even realize how much more there is on the other side of whatever the situation is. That's partially why it feels like you're holding on to it. Like this could be, I'll give you a practical example. It could be like a job that you continue, that you hate, right? But that you hold on to. I mean, maybe you don't hate it, but you know that it's not like, this ain't it. Like it could be something like that, or it could be like a friend group that you're in, or a relationship that you're in. It could be somewhere that you live, right? It's like this ain't, you know that it's not it. You know that it's not, like it's hard. It's a struggle that you're always feeling like you're compromising some part of yourself, or compromising your integrity in some way in order to accommodate the situation. And it's like, but it's there. But it's there, it's safe, it's comfortable, it's like, but the divine is trying to move you. It's trying to move you in a space where you don't have to compromise, where it doesn't feel like a struggle. And so I think I want to read the Will o' the Wisp. I think if you can get yourself into a space where you can have that peace and quiet, and do that inner reflection, you'll start to understand that as things are shifting, that they're shifting for your greater good. Let's read this Will o' the Wisp from the book here. Okay. It says, Will o' the Wisp hovers in her luminescent glory above the twilight moors of your life, whispering for you to step into the fog, into the mystery, the unknown. You may have been visited by her before, but though intrigued, you refused her invitation. It would be safer, you decided, to remain on the journey you know. While you always have a choice as to whether you follow her or not, you never know when you might encounter her again. In this sense, turning away has its own consequences. Why is the known so appealing? It's only when you wake up to its restrictions, its soft prison or golden cage, that you realize there must be more. Will o' the Wisp has come to you once again to offer you magic, but you will have to sacrifice certainty in pursuit of the adventure, your comfort zone for the dangers of discovery, your well-trodden path for the detours that may very well lead you astray. Or will they? Can you accept that losing yourself will bring you closer to your true self? The profound shift of an epiphany can occur only when you risk the detour and enter the unknown. Now is the time to trust higher forces to lead you into this place, these worlds hidden at the threshold between what was and what can be. Here is where you will learn about your own unmaking, to unmask yourself. Love what you discover, dark or light. See it all as divine, and find a quiet, thrumming power waiting for you to channel it into the world for good. The treasure you find, filled with the wealth of love and kindness, true prosperity, is ripe to share with others. She is here for you now. Will you accept her invitation? A great bounty of goodness awaits you. I think that's actually a perfect card to end this reading. Thank y'all so much for being here with me. If you're coming over to Patreon, I will see you over there. If this is where we leave things, please know that I am sending you so much love, so much peace, and so many blessings, and I'll see you in the next video.